Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Vikings at 4-9 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. Gets around him. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 29-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him. on a short little pass.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Cook is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, Ryan. And this one complete to Doolin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Ryan. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Oh, nice move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The play fake. Here's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Cousins now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the them to disrupt the play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 31-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and inches, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 12-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Colts 10.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
24-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Wilson's got it complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
He's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Taylor.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 26. A 5-yard pickup on the play. It's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Colts on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now Taylor on 1st down.
Left side, he finds Pierce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Taylor. Catch made here by Campbell.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Harrison Phillips on the spot. 2 yards on the play. And the Colts first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action with Taylor.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 16, Taylor finding his safety valve here. That's complete. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Johnson for the extra point try.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Taylor.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. On the move past the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Andrew Booth puts it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
You know, it cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
113 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. No doubt those are